Alright, so before you look at anything over there, because I already know your interest is through the fucking roof right now. Walking Through Walls training system. What the fuck did I just stumble across? See, I was scrolling through TikTok. I woke up early in the morning, beat the soul out of my dick, was just scrolling through. And this girl was showing this document that you see right here on my page. The thing is, she made like a small little 20-second video. And then that's it. Like, everybody in the comments is like, what the fuck happened? What's next? Like, what does that mean? Like, can you scroll through more of it? And she just didn't make another video on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look up this same document. She put the clip aside, she put the link inside the comment section. And I'm gonna see what the fuck this is. Cause she like barely scraped the surface. I do deep dives, you already know that. So I'm going way deeper than I usually do, bro. Cause we have so much shit to go over, my nigga. So, Walking Through Walls training system, an abstract document written by John St. Clair. It says that's who the inventor is, so I don't know if he actually made it or not. The status of this project was abandoned, so I doubt anything ever came from this, or as far as we know, as regular human niggas, so I don't know, bro. Maybe they already did this, but maybe not. Abstract. This invention is a training system which enables a human being to acquire sufficient hyperspace energy in order to pull the body out of dimension so that the person can walk through solid objects such as wooden doors. Why did I only use the example of wooden doors? I have no fucking idea. Classifications, teachings not covered by other main... Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means, but there's just so many images. Like, I'm gonna go through some of these images before we actually get into the fucking meat and potatoes of the subject. Sorry if you guys don't say meat and potatoes, bro. It's a southern thing. Sometimes my southern side shows out of me. Let's go to this fucking images right quick. Alright, so I'm guessing this is highlighting the different chakra points of the body. Walking Through Walls training system, inventor John Quincy St. Clair. We already saw that before. I'm basically explaining the abstract right here. Now this is published in January 19th, 2006. Fuck, bro. That is so long ago. That is so long ago. It's 2021. Y'all can do the math on that, but I'm pretty sure that's like, what, like 15 years ago, something like that. So we got the brain, the mind, the heart, the rib cage. Like, it's highlighting what I think is the different chakra points in the human body. Shows the figure again. And then it just starts going into weird shit, bro. Like, what the fuck is that? Why is it showing pictures of Jesus with the cross? What is this? It goes into mathematical sense. Like, this is just basically proving that this is an actual real study. What the fuck is going on, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, she didn't show any of this shit. That's why I was kind of mad and knew I had to make a video on it, bro. Like, I'm approaching this from like a stream. It's gonna seem like it was a stream, but this is honestly like it's pre-recorded. Like, I'm recording this right now, but like, I really don't understand what the fuck is going on, bro. A whole bunch of mathematical sense. She keeps showing human bodies over and over again. Like, they actually studied this shit, bro. Hold on, let me go through the rest of these pages, you know, because I just said that she didn't get deep enough. But you got this. Obviously, pause the video if you want to. But it's just all interesting shit, bro. This is okay. So this is where it goes into the summary. Let me go read that right now. So, brief summary of the invention. This invention is a training system that enables the human body to acquire... Okay, so that was the first thing. A human being is a hyperspace energy being living in a physical container or body that is comprised of 67% water. I don't know how true that is. My science niggas in the comment section, let me know, because I have no fucking idea. I didn't pay attention to science class. Miss Lewis didn't teach me a damn thing. This high percentage of water makes this invention impossible. So we're able to walk through walls and stuff like that because of the high percentage of water. What are they doing? Like, atomizing the water in our body into like mist or heat or some shit, or steam, and able to like make us walk through it? Hold up, bro. Referring to Fig 1. Alright, so I'll show the different figs on the screen as soon as I talk about it. Referring to Fig 1, the hyperspace energy being receives energy from our dimension through 7 vortices that run the length of the body. Each vortex connects to a separate hyperspace dimension having its own particular frequency. This arrangement allows for development of 7 modular energy components responding to the mind, the spiritual eye, voice, body, abdomen, plasma energy ball, and the ground connection. Interesting, bro. Like, they actually did their fucking research on this shit. Like, that's only the first paragraph out of... Hold on, that's paragraph number 2. How deep does this actually get? To 61. Holy shit, man. And the thing is, like, it goes into way more studies. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, just let me know. I mean, we got the fucking the robot and the human, where's the similarity limit, portals, turtles, and like mythic places. Like it goes into some deep shit, bro. The total efforts against cancer, like holy shit, bro. I'm pretty sure this gets deeper than like CDD, because these are actual fucking real documents. Alright, paragraph number 3. Vortex, and known as the top vortex, supplies energy to the mind, provides a channel of communication to other entities in the universe. This channel has been tested up to 100,000 light years, which is the diameter of the galaxy. Wait, what? I feel like I'm not even supposed to be reading shit like this, bro. What the fuck is going on right now? So apparently we have 7 vortexes in our body. I just read them. It's basically the mind, spiritual eye, voice, body, all the stuff I just read. Each of these vortex connects to a different part of the universe that we're able to communicate with, and it's been tested up to 100,000 light years. So that means they've done actual tests, or at least that's what this document says right here. I don't know how. Don't take all this what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I'm just like you guys. I have no idea what the fuck it's talking about. Vortex A, which is the mind, has been tested up to 100,000 light years, meaning that they took somebody's mind and was able to spread that vortex up to 100,000 light years away from Earth, which God knows how the fuck far that is. How far is a light year? Like, what's the unit of measurement? I'm guessing up to like fucking... I have no idea. I'm not even gonna make a guess. I'm gonna sound stupid as shit. Vortex B, known as the spiritual eye, has a hollow cone-like appearance surrounded by white, misty, low-density hyperspace energy. Because the eyes are modular, the mind can project in vast distances, a process known as remote viewing. I've heard of remote viewing for some reason, bro. I don't know what exactly it is, but for some reason I've heard of that fucking word. I never really compared it with the context of what this is talking about, but I thought it was something like fucking movies or some shit, because remote, I have no idea. Vortex C, known as the voice and hearing module, can be projected to enormous distances in order to communicate verbally with other entities. So when I'm thinking entities, I'm not thinking like niggas on Earth. I mean, maybe like, of course, if they can communicate farther than 100,000 light years, and of course I can fucking say hello to one of my friends that live in Japan or Asian countries like that. Like, it's across the world. Don't know how it's possible, but they said it's been tested before in this little paragraph. Is that real? No idea. So a nigga like me could have came on here and typed out all this shit, but I have no idea, bro. If this video gets taken down, then we'll know if it's real or not. Using the proper remote viewing instruments, it is possible to project both eye and verbal modules to see and talk at the same time. So I'm guessing like a holograph, but like with our actual body without the use of technology. Vortex D, known as the heart vortex, provides protective energy to the upper internal organs, arms, and hands. My nigga, is this like some Chronicle, like superpower type bullshit? What exactly is going on right now? Why has nobody ever heard of this? Like, okay, so the more that we do, like conspiracy deep dive and stuff like that, if you guys watch that series, if not, go check it out. It's actually really fire. The more questions that we ask with me and my community, like, why the fuck does nobody ever talk about anything? That's why it's so hard to actually believe this shit, because this is my first time, and maybe you guys' first time ever hearing about any of this stuff. Vortex E provides protective energy for the lower organs, such as the intestines, liver, and kidneys. Vortex F, known as the battery of the body, I'm guessing this might be like the heart or some shit, consists of an orange-colored plasma energy ball about 1 to 2 inches in diameter. The body becomes paralyzed if this ball is removed from the body. When the hyperspace energy leaves the body, the vortices close and the battery takes over and hold up. And the battery takes over in order to keep the body functioning. This vortex also plays a part in the creation of the astral energy baby that attaches to the fertilized egg. Okay, so I'm guessing Vortex F, I mean, you guys will be seeing a picture of this on the screen, but I can't see it right now. Is this talking about like the reproductive system? Like if our reproductive system were to ever fail, then it would just transfer over to another body, meaning like babies and stuff. Hold, what the fuck? Vortex G is the ground vortex, which rotates in this counterclockwise direction in order to provide energy ground for the electrical circuit. All other vortices rotate in the clockwise direction as seen in the front of the energy flows into vortex according to the right hand rule of physics. Alright. So we got the last vortex right here. Vortex H. Vortex H is the hand vortex which rotates counterclockwise in the right hand, so none of this stuff is really making sense, bro. Thus, there is rotating flow of hyperspace energy between two hands when the palms are facing each other. Like, what does this shit mean? Who did research on this and, like, came up with all this stuff? Alright, let's continue on. Referring to Fig 2, so I'll put the picture on the screen right now. Each vortex feeds energy to its own hyperspace module shown in the lettered box. In terms of quantum mechanics, each box is actually a potential energy well in which each module develops separately. At the time of death in the body, these modules are joined together as a single energy being. This process is powered by the plasma energy ball battery, which contains the logical instructions for assembly. Different people, as tested in the pendulum and the vortex, have different vortex sizes. 3 people were tested, so there were actual test subjects for this shit. The first person had almost no rotational movement, showing very little energy. The second person had a vortex radius of 1 inch. Another had a vortex radius of 4 inches while covered in his entire hand. The latter also has the ability to lift another human being lying prone on the table. So these niggas have like telekinetic powers? Bro, what? What the fuck is happening right now? Off the table by flowing low density hyperspace energy into a person through the hand vortices. He also has experience walking through a solid wooden door with the dog at his side. So not only can he pass through it himself, but he can also pass other objects. Like if I were to have Donnie right here, we could also go through the door together. What this means is that there is a way, as described in this invention, of creating a large energy vortices which will enable a person to acquire sufficient energy to walk out of dimension through solid objects such as wooden doors. I'm guessing it keeps using the wooden door as an example because like that's the only test they've had up until that point. Like that's the farthest they went. They didn't test like metal or anything stronger than that. Researching the historical records referring to the statue in Fig 3. So I'll put up on the screen right now. A humble black Catholic Dominican friar to the Santa Rosario Covenant by the name of San Martin de Porres, living in Peru in the 1500s, also developed this ability to walk through doors. For his beatification, many witnesses came forward to recount his extraordinary abilities. For example, a witness who worked in the Covenant went to the cell of San Martin to ask for something to eat. When he reached the cell, he saw San Martin leaving with some medications, apparently to heal someone sick. The witness waited by the door of the cell as his return. After having waited without being distracted by anything else, he saw his venerable brother Fray Martin come out of his cell from the inside by calling his name. The witness was terrified, not understanding how this was possible. So there's been documented cases of niggas with powers doing stuff like this. Like actual documented cases. The woman who gave me this statue told me that he would walk miles and miles each day to visit the poor. The task of walking means that there is a velocity involved, because the body has a mass, and there is a mass times a velocity or momentum involved in this ability. Notice also that the statue shows him walking with his right hand, with his right arm crossed over his left arm in the form of an X. Look at this shit actually getting into like mathematical equations of how he's doing this. Holy shit, bro. I'm not going to read through this because there's a lot of math stuff and I hate math, so pause the video right now if you want to see this, because I'm not going to be able to do this shit myself. Referring to Fig 4, these two lines are plotted with the tethering diagram, so it goes into more math stuff. Where can I go to a part? Okay, I'm gonna scroll through this and see where we can get back into the stories and stuff that we've heard from this. So of course, I'm gonna put this link in the description of the video, okay? If you want to look through this yourself, go ahead. You don't have to keep pausing the video, but I'm gonna put all this in the link. So if you're one of the smart people that actually enjoy math, then look at it yourself. But I don't really enjoy this shit. So let's see. Looking at the statue of San Martin. Alright. So they're starting to like calculate his body mass index according to that statue, because I'm guessing it was actual life size. On the very first experiment, referring to Fig 10, I'll put it on the screen right now. What happens is that after taking only 6 strides on the banner printout, a huge spinning vortex C develops over the top of the head, and the vortex locks onto the heart vortex in the center of the chest. So I'm guessing it's like the way chakra works. You open it up in your brain, then it goes to your mind's eye, then it goes to your heart, and it spreads throughout the entirety of your body. Picture like the picture they always use for Naruto whenever somebody's doing their chakra. Like there's different points in your body that you'd have to open up technically in order for this shit to actually work. In everyday life, this vortex is not created because normal walking is much faster and the hands are held by the side of his body. The energy rush through the pineal gland is so intense that one feels immediately sleepy and starts yawning excessively due to the increased flow of melatonin. So from what I'm getting from that, they're speaking about orgasms in a rash sense of explaining things. It's saying after you feel that rush of an orgasm, this explains why your body gets immediately tired and starts yawning excessively, because like you're obviously tired out, and that release increases like the flow of melatonin. But they're also saying that it's like your spiritual energy flowing through your body, and that's why you immediately get tired like that. I mean, anybody that's like, of course, over the age of 18 that's experienced an orgasm, you know exactly what it's talking about. You know, a nigga be getting tired as shit after putting the work in. But after practicing with banner printout, long walks were made through the park. In this case, a vertical white line rotated around the vertical axis, located about 6 feet perpendicular to the path right side of the body. When the walking speed was correct, this white line would lock onto the center line of the body. I don't really know what that's talking about, but I'm guessing this is explaining how he was able to walk through that wall without nobody noticing him. Sam Martin had so much energy that, according to the witness testimony, he could float horizontally in the air with his head resting against the bowed head of Jesus Christ on a carved wooden cross. What? According to witness test, okay, so we read that. Thus, Sam Martin's energy sources were channeling energy from Christ. Collective broom energy as described in a separate patent application, and the walking momentum vortex energy. What the fuck? During the early part of the 20th century, a man's parents were lying in bed dying of tuberculosis. With their permission, he placed a weighing scale under their beds, and when they passed away, he found that each scale registered a loss in the weight of 2.5 ounces, which is the mass of a human energy being. I've heard a story similar to that they'll weigh somebody's body, and that the second that they die, they lose some sort of weight off of their body. How? Some people say it's because they immediately got like complete 100% relaxation, which is almost like impossible to reach. Or maybe it's the loss of their spirit or soul or human energy being or whatever you believe in. This is getting crazy, bro. Alright. Goes into more math stuff. Like I said, you can pause it right here, or you can click on the link down in the description. Because there is absolutely nothing this video can get taken down for other than that this shit is real. If it gets taken down, I barely cussed in this. I didn't talk about anything bad. Like, nothing is in this video that could have gotten this video taken down. It is the object of this invention to create a training system that allows a person to develop the ability to walk around out of dimension, passing through solid objects. This invention is based on one of the most remarkable relationships between the water molecule and the boundaries between space and hyperspace. The mass of water molecule is equal to the energy of the water molecule in this. Okay, so we already read that. It's composed of about 67% of water. The body sits on the boundary such that any additional increase in the energy would move the body out of dimension into hyperspace, because human beings are actually hyperspace energy beings living in physical bodies. So that's how they explain like the spirit and the soul. They say that the actual human being is what's inside of our body and not this capsule that we can, touch things with and grab and choke out Donatello and stuff like that. The human being itself is actually our spirit and our mind, not the body we're inside of. Let's see, where are we at? One source of this energy comes from walking cross-handed at the proper velocity in order to generate a large hyperspace energy vortex that flows energy into the potential wells of the hyperspace. This increased hyperspace energy will then allow the person to walk around out of dimension through solid wooden doors, because the door and the person are in two slightly different dimensions at the same moment. So they're saying that any object around us is existing in a slightly different hyperspace than the one that our spirit is in, allowing us to, if we were able to access these different, mind eyes and stuff like that, all of our chakra points, then we're able to pass through those things by entering a dimension completely different from what that dimension is in. This is getting, holy shit, bro. After passing through the closed door, the person then returns to our dimension and emerges in the interior of the closed door room. So like, imagine a nigga just walking through my fucking door. That's basically what he did. But like, why is there no like videos or anything on this? This technique can be used in a reverse to heal an infected hand instantaneously. A salve made from the St. Mary's herb is applied to the skin of the infected hand. The hyperspace energy then flows from the right hand vortex such that infected hand and salve are taken slightly out of the dimension, which happens in similar when a short piece of straw is embedded in a hard wooden telephone pole as a tornado passes over the pole. So that's how they explain how tornadoes somehow just pass through objects. But damn, bro, this shit is getting... What the fuck? I don't even know what to say. As the tornado moves on, both objects come back to the dimension merged together. Thus, the salve is merged with the bacteria, and the hyperspace such as bacteria is killed instantly. Removing the hand vortex brings the infected hand back into the dimension cured. So they take your... Okay, so imagine a completely infected hand. Let me put it in layman's terms, because my brain always instantly just creates layman's terms, because I am a layman nigga. But imagine an infected hand, right? They're saying that this herb that was developed in a different dimension can be placed on an object that is broken or infected or, badly injured in any sort of way. The herb rubbed on the hand will instantly bring the injury or infection from this dimension into its dimension, meaning that when you rub it away, the hand is back to being cured. Apparently there was a test to do it to see if this worked, and it worked. The thing is, if all this stuff is working, why was this abandoned? Because if you guys remember earlier, it said that the status of this project or experiment was abandoned for whatever reason. Based on this information as the results of many experiments, this invention creates a large vortex by walking at a certain velocity with the hands crossed over the chest. Okay, so I think we read that. It goes into more math stuff. The person is okay, let me just read it just to finish this off. The proper walking momentum is created by a computer program that inputs the person's weight, shoe length, and the number of strides to be taken. The program then prints out a banner showing the footprints where the person has stepped into each second. When a person obtains sufficient energy from these methods, the person is then tuned into the subspace geometry of the universe, as will be shown using the tetrahedron physics diagram. No idea what the fuck that means, but then it goes into different figures. Like I said, you guys can click on this link and go look at it yourself, but I'll only be using like the pictures that pertain to what I'm talking about. Then it goes into a detailed description of the invention itself. So is this like something that the human body can like achieve itself, or is it an invention? That's what I don't really understand. But it goes into like how the fuck exactly it works. But like I said, it's using math terms. So if you want to look deep into it, from what I understand, is this invention is something that you wear. It changes the density of the water inside of our body and puts it into a dimension that our body is like actually meant to be in, meaning that we can just pass through this dimension because this world is not something that we're actually supposed to be in or something. Sheesh, bro. That's fucking crazy. That's the end of this article. In summary, the purpose of this training system is to substantially increase the energy of a human being who will then have the capability of walking through walls, body levitation, instantaneous healing of infections, full body teleportation on any other location, remote viewing as vast distances and other light years, and looking into hyperspace co-dimensions. The third test subject, as I have been able to experience all of the phenomena. So somebody out there can do all the things I just listed off. He did it through augmenting his energy, and I have done it through the application of electromagnetic fields. So the invention is mimicking what this guy can do without that invention. That's what he invented. He invented something that could mimic what somebody can naturally do if they are on this level. I've done it through the application of this electromagnetic fields by spinning on my vortex accelerator machine and using this invention. He goes on to list his citations, which of course any college student knows that's an important part of any documentation or paper. And then it goes into more things that we may look into one day, bro. But this shit is fucking crazy. Look through these, see if you want me to talk about any of these. I love doing stuff like this. Y'all know I'm into like conspiracies and stuff like that. So anything like this is just really fucking interesting to me. But I'm getting the fuck up out of here. This was all... If this is real, this is some life-changing shit, bro. No fucking idea. Like I said, I'll put all these images on the screen as I talk about them, but I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Check on your strong friends. Pray for your enemies. If you're not religious, at least wish them well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit.